Hey nerds, today we're going old school and we're taking a look at this Panosh Place Voltron figure from 1984. He's what, does that make it 41 years old? Right? Crazy. I had this when I was a kid. This is not the one I had, but I recently purchased this and I've been slowly building up a bunch of Voltron stuff. So we're going to go old school Voltron today and, I'm going to show you a bunch of different things. But this Panosh Place Voltron it's pretty solid condition now. The one major issue that it has, and the seller didn't talk about it, this joint up here, pretty wobbly. I'm really just being as delicate as possible because I don't want to break it. But yeah, it does transform into lions. These all come apart. I can do another video, I guess, and show you guys how to do that if you want to see it. Now, interesting thing about this and why these lions are all big and everything like that is that they have cockpits right here so that figures can actually go inside. You put the pilots inside, right? The heads on these turn. Again, I'll go in more detail on these, but the pilot seat for the black lion is actually underneath here. And this one, aside from this issue with the Black Lion's hip or whatever, it's in pretty solid condition considering its age. All the stickers are there. The chrome, I mean, clearly rubbed off. I mean, that's going to happen, right? The chrome plating, but still in pretty solid condition considering. So yeah, I was pretty stoked to have it. I got it, for me, what I consider a decent deal considering the price of these. And worst case scenario, I might have to replace the Black Lion. And I just want to make sure I find one in at least as good a condition. Like these actually do turn here to get the hands up. You know, you can put the sword in the mouth. The mouth's open right here, spring loaded, and these turn. I'm going to be very careful with these because I don't want to break it. But I have the sword coming. I don't have it in my possession yet, but I did buy one. We're gonna set that there. Now, like I said, they came with pilots that could go in the cockpits, right? And boom, here's your pilots right here. We have a lance, right? And they came with the key too. So you got this and the helmet. And you can see there's some discoloration on it. You're going to see that on most of them, but whatever. Again, 40 years old. Let's push Voltron back a little bit more. Create some more room because I got a bunch of stuff to show you guys. I got Lance, right? That's his name? Hulk? Gosh, I can't believe I'm forgetting the names right now. Hunk. Again, discoloration, but overall paint app on him pretty nice. He's your yellow lion. You got your blue lion, Princess Aurora. And these are like 3.75-inch figures, right? They just move with the hips, the shoulders, and the head spin. Again, the key for the blue line. That one looks like a little dark, but whatever. We have Pidge, green line. And you can tell Pidge is definitely smaller. So like they did some scale stuff going on, which I like. It wasn't just like, oh, let's make them all exactly the same and give them different color, different head sculpt. No, they actually did a decent job with like the scale of them. Again, the green key for him. And then, of course, the Black Lion driver, Keith. Look at that. Pretty decent paint app on him. So, yeah, I got these again. Solid price. I got Voltron by himself. Then I got the 5 pilots and their keys together. So that's cool. And I like these little stands. You can get these on AliExpress if you want. They're like, I don't know, $8 for 5, $10 for 5 of them. So, yeah, not a bad deal. They've gone up a little bit. They were cheaper. Now, I also have some of the villains. Check this out. This is a sarcophagus for the Robeast. This is the red one. It opens up. Got your Robeast inside here. You remember the cartoon, these would fly and they'd all grow. But pretty good detail on him. Look at that. Head moves. Arms move. And the legs move. Yeah. Bigger than these guys slightly. These guys would fight Voltron, they would expand and grow. You know, kind of the way that Power Rangers did years later. And down here, check this out. These wings. Look at how they're kind of teethed together. So they fly down like this. And something going on here too that doesn't actually work right now. There's a light here, and that would light up the eyes on that skull in the front. And there's a little button right here. I don't know if there's an issue with the mechanics. Maybe it just needs batteries. Who knows when the last time there were actually real batteries in there. And again, the chrome on this is pretty nice. You know, considering the age, chrome on it is really solid. Put this guy back in here. Let's see. No, it won't open. There we go. I'm trying to be delicate. I think you guys will notice that. I'm trying to be very delicate with these because of the age. And then we have our Doom Commander here. Check him out. He's a bad guy. I got to get some cases for these ones still. Haven't ordered them yet. Just your Doom Commander. I believe that's him, right? The shield. Prince. Is this Prince Zarkon? No, it's not Prince. Lord Zork. I forgot his name. Zarkon. Jesus. Look at the detail on that. Creepy AF. And then we have over here Was it Hagrid? The witch. She got her cat, which I love. I love it. Head moves, arm moves, nothing else moves. Just a big chunk of plastic, but cool. This is another row beast. There is another sarcophagus for it that is black. Is it black or blue? Can't remember. And there's a tank you can get to that they drive in, but haven't gotten those yet. I don't know if I will because this is kind of a lot as it is, and they get more and more expensive. But yeah, that's another like row beast, I guess you can call them. I'm sitting over here somewhere. And then last but not least, this is Prince Zarkon right here. And this guy, they move again. Right before filming, I twisted his head. You can see the glue there. It snapped right off. I'm like, no! Some discoloration on his chest. Might have to buy another one. But, I mean, I don't know. They're just going into display, so I might not worry about it. But the head is glued on. Yeah, there's that guy. Now, I have all this, all this Panosh Place stuff, but I also got some more just Voltron merchandise, right? Because why not? 80s Voltron merchandise. We have old school Thermos Lunchbox. Check this out. I love the artwork. So cool. You know, it's scratched up, it's beat up. Maybe some kid took their lunches in there. I know I for sure had one when I was a kid. So put that back there. And if you get the lunchbox, you gotta have the thermos. Anybody remember these? You gotta be old. That's the tank I was talking about. And so yeah, there's Voltron on the front. The bad guys. Pretty cool. This pops off. Bam. This was, you know, in the 80s. This was it. This is how you knew you were cool in the lunchroom. And look, it's still got the paper in here. I don't know. This might not have ever been used. So I'm pretty ecstatic about that. And the paint imagery on it, still pretty solid. What year was this? Does it say on here? I don't know. I'm not gonna. I don't see a year. But anyways, yeah, pretty solid. I bought them separately, but they do, you know, they did go together. And then what else do I have here? Oh, check this out. This is a Voltron activity book from the 80s. You know, $2 back then. You know, a lot more now. Pages definitely yellowed. This is what you would do as a kid in the 80s. I just thought it was neat. I like the artwork again. None of it's been used too, so wait, was that page used? Has I said that? No. Yeah, completely unused. So that's pretty solid. I like that. I just like the idea of just this fun little stuff to have from back then. Very cool. Let me show you something else that I got here as I get it out of the packaging. It's a Voltron Defenders and Heroes coloring and activity book. Again, look at the artwork on there. Awesome. Same thing on the back. And none of this is colored in either. So that was my main thing for getting these. I thought about maybe scanning them into the computer, coloring myself for funsies. You get your little crosswords. This is how we spent our days for PlayStation and Xboxes. All right, I got one last thing to show you, Voltron from back in the day. Okay, these right here, the first 3 Voltron comic books, Voltron number 1, 2, and 3. Check out the artwork. No, these are pretty awesome. This is not Marvel. This is, I think it's just called Modern Print. Modern. Yeah, right. World Events Productions. Oh, yeah. So they only made 3 comics, and these are them. And you know, I thought it was pretty cool to have. Again, just a display with all this stuff. You know, just in a shelf. And I think it's gonna be cool. Just a nice little nod to the old youth of mine. Voltron. You tell I really enjoyed this cartoon, the toys as a kid. But yeah, there we go. That is what we're talking about here. 80s Voltron, 1984 Panosh Place, the toy line. A lot of them. Still missing a handful, maybe. I think at least 3 or 4 different things, which I don't even know if I'll worry about getting. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you really want to see how that Voltron works, transforming. Oops. I will make a video of it for you guys and show you guys how it works. It is interesting. And just got to be very careful with it because it's delicate. And, you know, let me know what you guys think in the comments if you're a Voltron fan. What do you think of my collection? I do have, you know, the Little People Voltron as well that came out recently. Some Funko Pop Voltrons. And a reissue of the old 80s, like, die-cast metal one. Look how creepy these guys were. I mean, they didn't play around. They just, like, look at these things. They're so disturbing. Cat. Like, would you want that as a pet cat? I wouldn't want to. Maybe you would. I don't know. Anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments. That's Voltron. And hopefully you liked the video. Thanks for sticking around.